Hello and welcome back to another Wheel Wednesday, where I spin this wheel and then do the prompt that is given to me by the wheel from viewers like you. And today's prompt was from Vito on Discord, and it was a continuation of the Fat Keeper story. Do with that as you want. And then also in the screenshot I did get a little daily fact that they have given along with that prompt. So, not that, didn't happen today. It happened 3 months ago. But anyway, Fact Keeper. Some backstory if you know nothing about the Fact Keeper. Vito has given, I believe at this point, it is 4 previous prompts relating to the Fact Keeper. First one being just the Fact Keeper in general, and then I believe it was the Fact Keeper's resurrection, and then the Fact Keeper after resurrection, just like existing, just chilling. And now, this. So at first I couldn't think of what I wanted to do for a story continuation of the Fact Keeper, and the first thing I thought of was them riding some sort of dragon creature and then me calling it like facts and logic, and then the dragon would be logic. And I was thinking, first of all, I don't know how to make a design of a dragon that would be, logical, other than just saying it is. So then I continued to think of other ideas. I mean, I did sketch out the dragon riding thing, but it also did look, in my opinion, kind of really goofy, at least how I was doing it. Where the Fact Keeper was just, like, stapled on top of the dragon. But anyway, back to the drawing board. This was my second idea, where I just thought of, what if it was fighting some sort of dragon monster thing? And I also had, like, right before that, seen some really cool matte paintings of clouds. And I was like, I kind of want to incorporate something like that. So then I thought, be fighting some sort of shape-shifting beast made of clouds, or similar looking cloud substance. And I thought, that'd be interesting as a fiction-based creature. Like, its shape is ever-changing due to it being made up of non-truths. So every single time a person sees it, it would be a little different, since it is not a factual thing. And I thought, well, maybe this is just like the Fact Keeper's new job, since it's more of a protector of facts after its resurrection, compared to just flipping a bunch. So I go back and look, but after being resurrected, the Fact Keeper does have a magical divine sword made of divine magic, which will be in the drawing near the end. Video. Yep. And I did think of some ideas where fictional monsters keep popping up all over, and the Fact Keeper should go out and slay these creatures before they become too large, too completely bloated with fake information or stories. Sure, they can live on in legend and stuff, but as physical creatures, that's not dangerous. Or very dangerous, especially being a massive shapeshifter. So that's what the Fact Keeper is doing now. Going out and slaying monsters. Doing cool stuff. Maybe sealing them away in one of the Fact Keeper's many books that just adds stories. Maybe that's how stories are formed in this world. Or at least one of the ways. Because being the only way would that'd be, in my opinion, kind of limiting, unless the Fact Keeper is really busy, or there's a bunch of different types of fiction slaying storytellers. And maybe that's the idea of where slaying a dragon came from, is just literally slaying one of these monsters, and it kind of looked like a dragon at the time, or it was formed from fictions of dragons. Now, lots of things could be done with this idea. And that is kind of what I was going for with the face, is more of a draconic beast with the horns and the sort of, I was going to say reptilian face, but it is it's more of a beak in this. But it is supposed to be like a shapeshifter, so you know, be whatever you want. I guess I can also talk about the art process itself. This time I basically had overlay blend mode on for creating the fictional beast like the whole time. Like every brush I used was an overlay mode for probably 80-90% of it. And that being airbrush, and then I wanted a blending knife tool brush thing that I use all the time. And then sometimes, very rarely in this, I used a hard rounded brush. And now I am working on the grass, and I'm still using overlay a bit in the grass, but that's just for like the lighting off of the creature itself. And I'm pretty sure I do just keep going back to the creature because I found it fun to work on. And it's, I'd say, a pretty big, important aspect of this piece. So I wanted it to look good. So I kept going back again and again to it. Adding more colors. Adding more of the dark blue that is kind of more of a black with the overlay. And eventually I add a color dodge on top of it, but that is also over the Fact Keeper, who is getting started now. Would you look at that? Also, I should say, if you don't know anything about the Fact Keeper, they are like an owl person. Like they have owl wings and an owl head, and then they have like a feather, I guess, kind of skirt thing. Some weird feather pants. I've never really drawn the whole Fact Keeper, so I don't really know how that would terminate. So I just kind of made it look like an owl does from the back, but a little more humanoid. And then instead of being, you know, perched on a branch with the tail feathers just going down, they're resting on the ground. And shorter than they probably would be normal, since there is supposed to be like human legs under there, rather than those long owl legs. Although it would be really funny if the Fact Keeper also had legs similar to how owls have them. Or they're just like comically long, but you can't tell until you like lift up their feathers. You know? Maybe that is what's going on. It'd be funny to think about. Have big old puffy feathered pants underneath there, and really tiny skinny legs. But it's fine, because now they have divine powers. So it's chill. And at first, I wasn't sure if I wanted to show like the aftermath of the fight, of like the fictional creature's head already being cut off, or like this. And obviously I chose like this. Why? You know, I don't know. I think I kind of like the potential of a fight starting rather than seeing it over, although seeing a fight that is done, then you get to imagine what the heck happened in the fight, which is cool. But you know, trade-offs. Anyway, here's a divine sword I'm pretty sure I alluded to before. Using the cross magic system that I added in a couple pieces. There's also some white crosses coming out of the head area of the Fact Keeper because there was, in the previous resurrected version, the Fact Keeper did have the white crosses coming out of their heart and around their head to like a wreath. So, still have some of that. And that is just a direct byproduct of resurrection. I mean, I guess the divine sword also is, but you know, whatever, minor detail. Anyway, yeah, back to more detailing on the back. And yeah, that's basically it. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Until next time on Wheel Wednesday. Bye bye, bye, bye bye, bye, bye bye, bye.